Hey there. Yet another bullet journal video. This time it'll be October, but it will not be a plan with me because I didn't think of doing a plan with me until halfway through planning October. So we're gonna just do a flip through of October. I couldn't exactly just show you me drawing half of it, right? So let's get over to October here. And as usual, we have our cover page after a blank page, which feels kind of like a waste, but I'm okay with it because it's kind of like a prelude to the new month. But yeah, we've got ourselves quite the complicated wheel here. It is updated from last month, and I'm not entirely sure I like how the Mildliner colors on the days of the week turned out, so I probably won't do that again with the color, but I will do the same like layout. It is updated from September. I think this is way more my aesthetic. The metallic gel pen plus just blank line, like just harsh lines and dark little things. Yeah, I think it just, the color in this wheel just kind of detracts from the signs there. And I actually took the numbers out from the middle, even though they fit better in the middle and like aesthetically it is way more pleasing to have them in the middle. It was functionally problematic for me. Every time I would go in and like try to add something in here, I would be looking at the outer ring because that's usually where they were in past monthly covers, and I would have to like, oh my god, what day am I looking for? And then I'd have to go in here and it's like, it was only a second delay or so, but it was still irritating to me, so that ended up happening. And then as always I do like the month flower. At least for this year I've been doing the month flowers most of the time. I think January's a snowflake, but whatever, we'll just let that go. And then we have Lokaku. Really hard. It's finished for October obviously. But yeah. Next page. This page right here is pretty much my pride and joy. I invented this as a solution to how the normal like monthly setups don't work for me. Like the, what is it? The calendar spread doesn't work for me, and then the typical, what is it? I don't know what it's called. The one that comes with the normal bullet journal thing, you like put the numbers down the page and then you list them out here. That doesn't work for me because a lot of the time I will have monthly tasks that, or events even, that don't have dates. So I like can't put them anywhere in there. So I just figured I'd just do like, this has been updated so much over a long time. Like this never used to be here. But then I like hated putting it in my weeklies, so I put it here. And then I have the next month stuff, because I, again, don't like putting it in my weeklies. I don't, I kind of just, it's like a string of things that goes from my future planning to this, to that, to the other. And I think my phone is ringing, and if you can hear that, I'm so sorry. It's like vibrating on the thing over here, and I'm not going to pick it up. So, hopefully it stops. But yeah, it's very short right now because it is the beginning of the month and obviously these do have dates. But eventually I will have things that don't have dates, and then eventually I will put the date next to it. For example, these ones. I didn't expect to have Finnish classes or a mushroom class until I was like a week away from having them, because this whole Finland thing is a lot of last minute planning and stuff. So at first I didn't really have like dates for these, so I just shoved them in. Same for the field trip, and then marriage obviously happened very, very quickly. But yeah, that was my solution to that, and then eventually I added these, because that's always nice to have. This is also evolved. Last month I tried this for the very first time. It was inspired by My Life in a Bullet, I believe. Another really good YouTuber. She's like super awesome, and her layouts I'm super envious. But yeah, I started out there. But then for the, like, before this, until like the start of my bullet journal journey, I was always doing this one. I don't know why I never really thought to change it until I saw these. I never even expected to want a mood tracker until I needed to put some space here for something else. But I like how it's turning out. I like it surprisingly more than I thought I would. I don't know, tracking my mood for someone like me, I just didn't think it would benefit me all that much. And even though it's not like a huge functional thing, it's a nice thing to see. And it's like, it really challenges you too, I think. I think maybe that's the draw for me. Like, at the end of the day, I just look there and I go, what, like, well, I had this emotion and that emotion, they're two completely conflicting things. What am I gonna put here? It's like, it really makes you try to think about how you've been feeling during the day, and then at the end of the month, like, by now I'm like looking at it going, wow, I felt pretty good. So, yeah, that was pretty good. And then this is, I didn't think it would be, like, I didn't have the idea of what it would be replacing that I had stopped early in the year, but it actually is like a better thing for me to do rather than this one thing that I'd been doing since last year. Let me see if I can find it. This. And of course I opened to the one that I didn't finish. So it's a good example. Like, I used to do the one day drawing things, but like after a while I was just not keeping up with it, and then it got really tiresome to go back and fill them in. So I eventually stopped doing them. And this is like a much nicer solution to still wanting to do it but not wanting to do it every day, because I really would like to just have things like this and remember. And like, especially September was a big month for that. So yeah, that was a very nice solution to that, to someone who just doesn't have that much going on in their life and, you know, sometimes just falls behind on it. So I think I'm gonna make this a lot bigger. The Thoughts one in September was kind of a waste, but I'll make it bigger and put more there. Hopefully I fill it. Then we have my expenses. I liked cutting this because before it was just all the way, but I never used all the space in the description. So, and then I needed a place for like grocery lists. But halfway through September, I found an app on the phone to do better grocery listing. So I don't know what I'm gonna use this for, but I definitely like this being smaller. So we'll see what goes on there. And then we'll have my Sabbath page. I don't usually do those until during the month. Like, usually towards the day of this, because it's kind of like my celebratory thing. And then like a tarot spread or something. And this is not done, obviously. I can't like all at once put these numbers in here. But this is a solution to a spread I did for the first time last month. And I'm hoping this will work out a lot better. Because last month looked like this. And as you can see, it's empty almost. And there's no need for this note section. So that was such a waste of space. It's probably like my biggest failure I think in any journal so far, actually, is like the spread that didn't work like at all for me. It didn't help me remember anything. It didn't help me track anything, pretty much. So we're gonna try this out. And I think this is gonna work a lot better for me. I feel like, I don't know, having it in its own spot and like not having as many tasks and, you know, just keeping it to one page helps a lot. And I don't know what I'll do with this page now. It's gonna be another one of those free pages that I'll probably throw a list onto or something. And that leads us to the first week of October. Yeah. Which, for me, at least conveniently, is like the whole week starts. I know a lot of people start on Monday, and then their one day is still left in September. And then I'm like kind of smug, like, aha, that's what you get for making fun of me for starting on Sunday. So, yeah. Even though I think earlier this year it was the other way around. Something started on Monday and it was like, darn it. Oof. But yeah, it's pretty empty for this kind of a week. Like, usually I have more going on within the first weeks. But I guess not this week. Maybe it'll be a nice restful week for me. Last week was a crazy week. A lot of things going on. But yeah, that is how things are laid out at the moment. It looks quite empty because it's not the month yet, but I like the look of the fresh new spring. They're always very nice. And I'm sure more events will come up as the month approaches even more. Well, yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope this maybe turns out a little better than the voiceover. I hope my voice sounds a little better and you don't hear too much of the lip smacking and everything, so. Yeah. I hope people enjoyed this again and keep coming back and encouraging me, and we'll see if I keep going with this.